Good morning, beautiful. Just want to let you know I've been thinking about you all night last night. I had such a...
I make six figures a year. I have a nice house. I drive a nice car. Money, money. Ah! You're not a nice person. It's great to be a provider, but it would be even better if you could be a partner.
Men of today are not interested in coming to save you because they don't see behavior from you that is worth saving. It's too much.
Stop dating the men that women liked.
All right, a little bit of house cleaning before we get started. For those who are rocking with me from day one, I appreciate the support. For those who may be new here, coming in or out the door, for me, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, get it cracking in the comments. Everybody, your engagement helps promote me into the YouTube algorithm. I thank y'all for the support. Now let's get to it. Drop the video. Let's go.
Good morning, beautiful. Just want to let you know I've been thinking about you all night last night. I had such a... Bitch, wake up. You ain't sleep out.
You got to bring ass to get ass.
This was something she did to be funny and posted on TikTok and, you know, to get people to laugh and clicks and views. But I don't find this funny at all because this actually is reality.
Go on.
See, what happens a lot of time is in your youth, when you're at the peak of your attractiveness, you're at the peak of your fertility, at the peak of being able to get on someone's program, you play around with men who you know very well are not the best candidates to be in your life. And what you do is you pick the men that arouse you the most, the men that you're most sexually attracted to because of your atavistic nature to only want to have a good time in your youth. And then once you've collected trauma, biological baggage, i.e. children, and you become dysfunctional and embittered, now later on in life, it's when you want to get the quote unquote good guy and bring the guy into your life that pays you attention, that wants to build with you, that wants to put you on a program where you're undercovering and taking care of. Those are the guys you want later on in life after you've had all this trauma and dysfunction placed upon you. When you have biological baggage and burdens, i.e. children again, now you want to come to these so-called good guys. The guys that'll take care of you and the guys that'll facilitate a productive, vibrant life for you. But you don't do that in your youth. You waste your youth dealing with guys who you know damn well are not good for you. But this is what they do. This is the ugly side of womanhood that a lot of women try to hide and obfuscate that, not all of us. But yeah, y'all do it. Y'all do it, man. It's true. Let's go to the next one.
And here we go.
I make six figures a year. I have a nice house. I drive a nice car. Money, money. Ah! You're not a nice person.
Man, fuck all you hoes.
You are not a nice person. You lack emotional intelligence, empathy. Your conversation sucks. You're not kind or considerate. You leave zero space in your relationship for honest and transparent conversations. You don't allow space for your partner to actually be a partner to you. You don't know how to be a partner, actually. You're emotionally unstable, emotionally unintelligent, emotionally unavailable. You're not a nice person. It's great to be a provider, but it would be even better if you could be a partner.
Well, fuck you.
Well, first of all, let me say this. Being a nice guy is a facade. It's usually used by guys who are pretty fucking crappy, if I'm being honest with you. The nice guy persona isn't what a real man is. The nice guy persona is something that boys use to trick you, to manipulate you, to get into your life. See, men are kind. Men are generous. That's what men are. That's what true masculinity is. Men are kind. Men are not nice. Because when you're nice, you put yourself in a position of vulnerability. And if you're a man and you want to put yourself in a position of vulnerability, then I have to ask this question, ma'am. Why would any man want to put himself in a position of vulnerability? Because being nice, you can also be taken advantage of. But when you're kind, you use discernment. You know who to be kind to and who not to be kind to. So you guys pick men who put on facades, who wear masks to get something from you. And then you wonder why that guy is not emotionally intelligent, emotionally vulnerable. And I don't even want to get on that emotional vulnerable thing because most women do not want a guy who's emotionally vulnerable. Because when men expose their vulnerability to women, you lose respect for them. And I'll say dysfunctional women lose respect for those men, because I'm not going to paint all women with that brush, because there are some women out here who are actually human beings and look at men as human beings. But back to you, madam, the reason that these guys are not partners to you, because they don't want to be. The reason that these men are not all these things or these attributes you list, because they don't want to be, because they tricked you. And you allowed yourself to be tricked because you ignored red flags. So you're not a victim, you're a willing participant. Let's go to the next one. Ah, yes, colorism. 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 I really don't like to do colorism on my channel because I think it's a overblown issue that let's face it, and I'm going to look right in the camera and say this, it's an unattractive woman's issue. God damn. It's not a woman that looks like this issue, because this woman clearly is a very attractive woman. She even has loosely curled hair. She's not that dark to begin with. So for her to do this is simply her pandering to elements of the sisterhood that embrace colorism. And she knew that. That's why it has over 2 million views. She knew what she was doing. She knew that there are a lot of unattractive women who try to use colorism as the reason that they're not getting the men that they desire in the dating market, when it's simply, you're just not attractive. Because I look at colorism from 3 aspects when they talk about colorism.
Go on.
First one is school or lunchroom banter, which shouldn't affect you in your adulthood. Because if you're still incorporating people into your peer group that use schoolyard banter against you and joking manners to defecate on you because of your skin complexion, then I gotta ask you as an adult, what are you doing?
Why would I like to throw some hot grease on you?
The next one, of course, is in the dating market, which is the one that's the most prevalent. This is the one that they should be looking at the most. The reason that they like to look at colorism in the dating market is because they're not simply getting the men that they desire. And when they're not getting the men that they desire, instead of saying, am I that attracted to the men that I desire? Or am I lacking in something that the men I want desire? No, they rather just say, well, he don't like me because I'm dark skinned. I've yet to see any man turn a woman away because she's dark complected, especially a woman that he's aroused by and finds attractive. Now, what's going on is these guys, when they're in a drought or they need some quick, you know what, may entertain women that they're not traditionally attracted to. And like a lot of things in this society, women feel that when they are able to attain certain things, no matter the pretense, that's what they qualify for. When you're simply not qualifying for those guys, they're using you. And the third one is, of course, in the corporate or the business sector or the job sector, which that's not colorism, that's racism. That's white supremacy. No white person is denying you access to opportunity or jobs because you're dark skinned or because you're darker. They're denying you access and opportunity because you're black. And that goes for anyone black, even people my complexion. It doesn't matter your complexion. It matters that there are systematic things in place to deny all of us opportunity. Let me go to the next one, man. I'm done with this colorism stuff.
Men of today are not interested in coming to save you because they don't see behavior from you that is worth saving. It's too much. When you act like a man, the expectation is for you to defend yourself like a man. And when you are out in the street fighting, when you are out at 3 a.m. involved in an altercation, men compartmentalize that. And they already know that you're not the caliber of woman that necessitates them risking their lives for and getting involved.
Look, man, it's just the simple thing of this, right? There are a lot of women who are uncovered. And those women believe that all men should protect them because they have this pseudo philosophy of community, this pseudo philosophy of the village protects all. Well, we live in a very individualistic society where everyone is just simply trying to survive and look out for one another. So if you want protection, if you want covering, I suggest you partner up with someone and stay with that man, get married, and build a family. That way you're covered and protected. Also, I want to say this to all women out here who are unruly followers, meaning women who refuse to follow and submit. You cannot be led if you're unwilling to submit. You cannot be led if you're unwilling to follow. A person who has no authority but all the responsibility of another person, or all the accountability to provide, protect, and shelter another person, that's a slave. That's not a partner. And I don't know many men who want to sign up to be a servant or a slave to a woman who refuses to submit and follow his leadership. Get under covering by submitting and getting into a marriage and a committed relationship with someone, and you won't have these problems of being unprotected. Let's go to the next one.
My dating life changed when I stopped dating the men that women liked and started dating the men that other men respected. Changed the game.
Facts. And this is what I say about, I think that when we got out of fathers vetting suitors for their daughters to marry, when all of this nonsense started. Because let's be honest and let's be clear. Women pick men, especially in their youth, based on arousal and sexual attraction, physical attraction. They don't care if he's a provider. They don't care if he's a protector. They don't care if he's financially stable. They're looking at things that are on a base level of attraction and arousal. So they're oftentimes going to their peer group, i.e. their sisterhood, and asking their opinion on potential suitors or men they're hooking up with. And of course, those women are gonna have your same viewpoint. They're gonna have your same ideology. Yeah, girl, he's nice looking. Yeah, girl, he fine. Yeah, girl, he this, he that. Kick it with him. And then of course, what happens is you're wasting your youth because you're not being intentional with the men you put in your life. If you're not being intentional with the men you put in your life, you're gonna always pick wrong. And again, you're not going to men if within your family structure and asking what they believe, what they see in this guy. Is this guy someone you respect? Because men will let you know when some guy is on some BS. We can pick up on it. We can tell you automatically, this dude he's some garbage. This dude's some trash. But y'all don't want men's opinion. Y'all want complete autonomy over your bodies. You want complete autonomy over your lifestyles and your outlook on men. So with that responsibility also comes with accountability. If you don't want men, especially the men in your family, to give you their opinion on the men you want to be in relationships with, date, or hook up with, then this is what happens. And yeah, sister, I agree with you. You start getting a better pool of men when you started listening to men's opinion on the pool of men you're choosing. This is a very short one, so I'm gonna get out of here and say what I always say, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, get it cracking in the comments. I will see y'all in the next one. 2 fingers, peace. Catch me in the credits. I'll see y'all.
I'm making a difference.
Like Jesus.
I don't ask for much from you. It's like you don't got the time to lose. Made me